Previously in Silent Hill, we uncovered some mysteries surrounding a pizza that Eddie had brought to Pete's Bowl-O-Rama. And today, Eddie is back, but now in his 2024 glory, giving us more questions than ever before. Have any claims from our previous investigation been answered in this remake? What pizzas did Eddie order this time, and how many are there? Why are these pizzas f***ing everywhere? But most importantly, why is Eddie trying to cover his pizza obsession by distracting us with his new ice cream? I'm here in Reverie Theatre in the western Southbelt area of Silent Hill. And behind me is Eddie D, who is once again under the lens of what I'm now calling the Silent Hillside Investigations team. Shit. As eager as I am to uncover the many mysteries surrounding these pizzas, again, let's first talk about this ice cream nonsense. I found it curious how frequently I'd find pizza boxes in the Silent Hill 2 remake, yet the only encounter we have where Eddie is eating is when he's tucking into a tub of ice cream. This video isn't about the ice cream, and I'm cautious of taking up official pizza investigation time, so let's just round this off nice and quickly. Eddie is currently eating a 1 litre tub of strawberry ice cream locally produced and sold at the Silent Hill farm, as credited on its packaging. Right, now on to the good stuff. In my previous investigation into the pizza mystery of Silent Hill, I settled on a few things that may or may not have carried over into this remade version of Silent Hill 2. And just like a cold slice of pizza a day after you order it, I'm ready to have another bite. I previously claimed that Eddie couldn't have ordered this pizza at Pete's Bowl-O-Rama as there was nowhere for the food to be warmed up. But more than that, there was no evidence of food even being stored on the premises. I did claim in that investigation that there was a microwave in the storeroom. However, one of you corrected me and said that that was actually a bowling ball cleaning machine. After some further clarification, this commenter suggested that it wouldn't be wise to attempt to warm up a pizza using one of these. So in that investigation, not only did I conclude that there was no pizza available on site, there was actually no way for you to even warm them up if there was. And in the remake, I still continue with that claim. Kind of. When I was first visiting the town with my clipboard and badge ready to attack, I stepped back when I found this flyer which claims that Pete's Bowl-O-Rama does indeed serve food like burgers, fries, and pizzas. Which, to be fair, is exactly what many of you were saying to me previously. But where? There is still no evidence of a canteen or a microwave, food storage, spare pizza boxes, burger patties, fries. There is nothing in this building but a f***ing vending machine. And so, not only has Pete's Bowl-O-Rama continued to let me down with their inability to provide adequate food service, their advertisements now straight up lie. Ladies, gentlemen, and residents of Silent Hill, this mystery investigation has actually now turned into false advertisement claims of Pete's Bowl-O-Rama. And I know what many of you are going to be saying, just like the previous investigation, you're going to say, well, in most Bowl-O-Ramas, they do provide a canteen and burgers and fries and pizzas, like it claims in the flyer, but in Pete's Bowl-O-Rama, let me reiterate, there is no food or produce storage anywhere on site. I also previously claimed that Eddie ordered 2 XL Supreme pizzas. I wonder what he ordered now. Now, quite frustratingly, Eddie has hidden his pizzas out of sight, and so there isn't actually a clear view of what pizza he's ordered. All of the pizza boxes throughout the game are kind of in this like open but closed state, so you can't really look into them. Now, you can of course just use a free cam to look inside of the boxes, but interestingly, every single one is empty. However, after visiting the Bowl-O-Rama once more, we can find the original pizza discussed in my previous investigation, but it looks as though Bloober team have gone for a different order than the original Supreme. It also looks as though this pizza has been here for some years. This time, they've gone for the pepperoni and mushroom. I also think there's a bit of chicken on here, however I could be mistaken and perhaps that's just a clump of mold. In any case, there isn't actually a name for that particular combination, and it simply falls under the heading Simple Combination Pizza. I also previously had to carry out various calculations to justify the size of the pizza that Eddie ordered, and I concluded previously that he ordered an XL pizza. Although I am still in my satirical state and I would love to once again carry out a more detailed calculation, I don't think it's too unconvincing to just straight up claim that this box is an XL. I mean, look at it. Also, I don't think I'll have too much trouble swaying you in believing me when I say that Eddie would choose to order the largest pizza possible, no offense. It was at this point in my investigation that I realized just how many pizza boxes there are in the town. From the original Pete's Bowl-O-Rama to the Revere Cinema, from the apartments to James's Head. I started to wonder, are these really the only pizzas in town? When I was searching the town for pizza boxes, I found a few in the apartment with Eddie, one in Pete's Bowl-O-Rama and one in the cinema. These pizzas seem to conform with my original theory that Eddie brought these pizzas with him to Silent Hill and ate them throughout his stay, as they all seem to be found wherever Eddie is, almost like his own little bread trail. But the more I thought about this claim, the more I started to question my own logic, because this would have meant that Eddie came to Silent Hill whilst fleeing from the police, carrying at the very least 4 XL pizzas. What's more, the one pizza found in Pete's Bowl-O-Rama has obviously now been here for a very, very long time. But even if this was one of Eddie's recent pizza purchases, I really don't believe he would have walked around Silent Hill during a flee carrying 4 XL pizzas. I mean, look at him, no offense. So the Silent Hill pizza mystery isn't necessarily how many pizzas Eddie ordered, as I don't believe that in this version of Silent Hill 2, Eddie ordered these pizzas at all. The real mystery once again lies in the supplier of these pizzas, who is the real enigma of this case, leaving signs for me to find. The least of which being the pizza boxes left throughout Silent Hill, which are all clearly branded once again with All Stars Pizzas. Where on earth is that? The mystery of All Stars Pizzas continues to baffle me now more than ever. Not just because they seem to have delivered throughout Silent Hill, but because you can also find evidence of their branding within T's Italian restaurant. This is the same Italian restaurant that I mentioned in my previous investigation as a competitor to All Stars Pizzas. Now, why would a local pizza place deliver pizza to a competitor? I'm assuming it's a competitor merely based on the fact that this is Italian. More than that, why would the restaurant then place their competitor's pizza on the display plinth of their restaurant? That's right, they wouldn't. And so I am returning with a new claim. All Stars Pizzas has supplied various venues throughout Silent Hill with their iconic pizzas, but in very small quantities. Now, many of you did suggest this in my previous investigation and said things like, "Oh, a Bowl-O-Rama is bound to serve pizza. Just look, bro, the flyer says so." But once again, there is nowhere in or around the property of both Pete's Bowl-O-Rama or Revere Cinema where we find the stock of these All Stars pizzas. We only ever see the individual ones led around, you fucker! And so, All Stars is a pizza delivery service that supplies Silent Hill venues with their pizza boxes, albeit in very small quantities. What's even more interesting is that All Stars have since removed their phone number, location, order instructions, and all details of themselves that we discussed in the previous investigation. I would love to leave the All Stars mystery there, but I'm still left with questions. Why have they removed their details from the packaging? Where are they located? And who runs this operation? And maybe this is just the standard pizza packaging for the local area. You know how in the real world you get these like kebab shop pizzas that all use the same box, and you either are about to get the worst or best pizza of your life? Maybe All Stars is just that. And that would make sense, but this doesn't answer the sudden brand mystification between the original Silent Hill 2 and the remake. Why the sudden missing details, All-Stars, you money laundering cunt? I'm not just someone who answers the pressing questions within Silent Hill, but I actually take action as well. And after my thorough investigation today, I've really got some concerns with All-Stars pizzas. Whether they just supply the boxes or the full pizzas themselves, their identity has somehow been lost between the original and the remake. And so I'm now left wondering, holy shit, I did an investigation on these guys and now they've gone completely off the fucking grid. Because of these concerns, I have since contacted Konami, Bloober team and the Silent Hill Council with a request that All-Stars pizzas be acquired and funded by the Silent Hillside investigations team. And I will take over this pizza practice myself. Now, this communication was actually just meant as a gag for this video, but now I'm actually extremely curious of what the outcome might be. And for those of you with multilingual concerns, I have also sent their branches in Japan their own copy, as well as their Australian branch. With our main concerns out the way, I know what you must be wondering now. What else did I find during my inspections? Okay, so to begin my investigation, I'm going to be looking into Eddie's apartment to see where some pizza boxes are, maybe find if there's evidence of All-Stars, maybe doing some foul play. So let's just have a look around and see if any signs of just pizza wrongdoing. As I previously mentioned, there is some shit in the kitchen. So there's dirty plates and cups. I kind of expect that in an old kitchen. Someone's been yamming at this cutting board. Most importantly for this investigation, we have our 2 pizzas. And these are definitely XL. I mean, no one's really disputing this at all, are they? I mean, look at the absolute size of them. We unfortunately can't get a glimpse in there, but it looks like the pizza's empty. There's a man in the fridge, but I'm going to leave that for the other investigation team, as I feel like this isn't my area of expertise. That said, within the fridge, ignoring the man at the bottom, there is plenty of ice cream and tuna. Why has it gone dark? On further inspection, the can that I thought was more ice cream is actually a can of roast beef. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that. Yeah, once again, I'm just going to leave this pool of blood and this man in the fridge for the next investigation team, and I'm going to just move on. It's pretty basic. I mean, there's a smashed window, which I'm not going to go out of, but there is a room at the back. Okay, we can't go in there, but that's fine. Actually, quite a standard apartment, if I'm honest with you. Eddie's in the bathroom, by the way, and there's a man in the fridge. So that's 2 people in this building and 2 pizzas. So I think that's probably the ratio that you would imagine, isn't it? This is quite a modest order. 2 people, 2 pizzas. Yeah, I think that's good. My conclusions from the apartment visit is I actually don't think there's any foul play here. Apart from the dead bloke, I don't think All-Stars came in here to place these and frame Eddie for ordering them. I actually think this is quite a genuine order. So, you know what? We're just going to leave the situation here and, yeah, we're going to move on. Okay, so we are now at Pete's Bowl-O-Rama and the investigation continues. This is... hello? So I think the investigation will begin where all things in a building begins, and that's at the entrance. No signs of food here. You know, I'm not going to linger around. I'm not going to bullshit you guys and say that I found something when really there's not. There's a couple pins in the bowling ball and some smashed glass. We're moving on. The storeroom is, I think, really where it's at. I feel like this poster is more of a direct message to me outside of the investigation, so I'm just going to leave this as is. We're yet to find any evidence of food here, so they've got a massive speaker. I'm just having a look at the boxes to see whether there's any, pizza boxes around. Loads of tissue paper. Does someone know what that is? What is that? A powerful full dirt dissolver. Well, you shouldn't really be eating that, but I suppose you could. And we've got some fucking clown shoes here. There is a vending machine. I feel like being able to smash things is a easy way to...
You trying to blind me, James?
Can you stop interrupting me, please? Another vending machine. Unfortunately, there's no food. There really is fuck all in here. The pizza that was left from the original Silent Hill 2. And as I discussed, there is absolutely no branding on this one. Previously, you saw some phone numbers and things, but this time, absolutely nothing. Who leaves one slice? The border for leaving a pizza is about 3 slices. If you're leaving 2, it's like, well, mate, just finish it, you know, especially 1. Who leaves 1 slice? I mean, come on. You know, for all of those who have said, oh, well, it's a bowl-orama, there's gonna be food. No, there fucking ain't. Interestingly, Maria, get off the evidence. Interestingly, we have, what's that? Some, like, it looks like kebab boxes, and I think this is the first sign of food on the premises other than the pizza. But, you know, I just don't think it really cuts it. Perhaps this van is the All-Stars delivery van. I'm just trying to see if we can find some branding on the side there, but it just looks like a plain old van. Maria couldn't care less. We are now in Revere Cinema where the investigation continues, and once again, just to reiterate what exactly I'm looking for signs of foul play that people are framing Eddie for his pizza obsession, and I also want to see whether All-Stars Pizzas have supplied Revere Cinema at all. Soda, cream soda, root beer, water, sparkling water, small popcorn, medium popcorn, large popcorn, XL popcorn, and nachos with cheese. So this is confusing to me because they have a sign over there for the hot dogs, but the hot dogs aren't on the main menu. Interesting. If you come with me, we have a storage room. Now, the storage room is really where it's at. I mean, this is where, you know, you're going to find all the supplies and what's available. So let's just have a look around. But more relevant to the investigation is, of course, more popcorn, tissue paper, popcorn machine, but nothing really by way of pizzas. There is a vending machine, but someone has ransacked the shit out of it. Now, if I'm honest, I'm actually a little disappointed in the cinema. I kind of expected there to be a storeroom somewhere where there's just a shit ton of All-Stars pizzas, but it looks as though All-Stars really doesn't supply Revere Cinema at all. We do find All-Stars Pizza within the screen, so I'm kind of willing to go against my previous claim that All-Stars doesn't supply Revere Cinema, and perhaps they do, but just in very, very small quantities, perhaps. I've also gone to extreme lengths to even check out the bathroom, but to be honest, I think this is a sign that maybe we should just call it a day regarding the investigation, because I've kind of found nothing. It's all very well me making assumptions into Eddie's eating preferences. However, I wanted to get his opinions of the pizzas. The problem with this is that most people would never actually admit to fully eating one of these colossal doughy bricks, especially more than 2. And so I was going to have to use my professional detective skills to get Eddie to admit to eating these pizzas in full. Did you eat that pizza, you
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Oh yes you did, I can smell that f***ing pepperoni on your breath a mile off.
I didn't do it.
After pressuring Eddie a little too much, he never actually told me what he did and didn't eat and what he thought of the pizzas. And following the pressure of my gentle interrogation, Eddie treated himself to some nice ice cream, which he never actually finishes as I sat with him for over 12 hours. I think my approach maybe even scared him off ever eating a slice ever again. I did try a softer approach by inviting Eddie to play a game of bowling, where perhaps he'd at least mention the old pizza that was left inside the bowl-orama, but this never actually happened. I think that's because bowling is the sort of activity that only 2 best friends play. Okay, so we've asked some heavy-hitting questions here today, and we've led a full investigation, again, on the pizza mystery of Silent Hill, and I'm glad to say that we have some conclusions. I believe that Eddie, my client sat behind me here, found various All-Stars pizzas which deliver their boxes to different venues and restaurant chains throughout Silent Hill. In an attempt to demystify the All-Stars brand, I have submitted a formal application to the Silent Hill Council for All-Stars to be acquired by the Silent Hillside investigation team. I believe that Eddie didn't order or pay for these pizzas at all. I think that in the Silent Hill 2 remake, Eddie found each of these pizzas during his flee, and he ate every single one. And in an attempt to play innocence, he quickly moves on to the tub of ice cream, as if to be like, no, I fucking ate pizza. Look, I'm eating the ice cream. I don't know nothing about no pizza. No, not at all. What's more, Eddie even tries to shift the blame by putting a pizza box onto James's head. So there you go. Join me in my next investigation where we will be either fully reviewing and rating the Heaven's Night Gentlemen's Club, or we will be looking at the tax implications of owning property in Silent Hill. I think you know which one we're going to be doing.